Hello everybody, I'm Sonic Ryan9 and today I am bringing to you a brand new Let's Play on a classic PlayStation 1 game. Oh yes, this is going to be quite fun. It's Bugs Bunny, Lost in Time, if hopefully in the recording that synced up properly. Yes, I'm English. Yes, Bugs Bunny, Lost in Time. One of the first PlayStation 1 games I ever played, next to Crash Bandicoot, and it's a lot of fun. It's one of the more basic 3D platformers that you could probably ever play. And there's my save file. Let's go to empty. Start. So we've got a bit of a cutscene, so I'm going to shut up. Let the game talk.
Here I am, Pismo Beach. Hey, wait a minute. This doesn't look like Pismo Beach. I probably should have turned right at Albuquerque and... Ooh, look at the size of this carrot juice dispenser. Yipes.
Yipes indeed, Bugs. So, yeah, story is Bugs Bunny is crawling, trying to find Albuquerque as always, and he comes across a time machine. And this right here is the error selector. We can't really do anything here except go to nowhere. So let's go. I'll explain more on that screen when we actually are required to go to that screen. So anyway, nowhere.
Now, where the heck am I? Maybe the person who lives in the silo will tell me where I'm at and how to get out of being at here.
Come right in. How do you do? My name is Merlin, and I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah? Really? A sorcerer? Come on, let me see a saucer. Please, please?
Of course. Anything to oblige a guest.
You know, that's a good trick, Moyle, old Goyle. Can you do this one? That gave him a hobby, but I still ain't near it to my natural habitat. Sorry to interrupt this entertaining demonstration, but can you tell me where I am?
It seems that you are lost in time, my dear. Here, it's nowhere.
Nowhere? And do you know how I could get back to, somewhere?
Of course I know. You must go from one era to another and find symbols like this. They will open you new locations and will progressively lead you back to present time. All right, listen carefully, Rabbit. Get 10 of these objects to receive a clock symbol. That's it for now. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
Right, so we've just been given our first objective. Collect 10 golden carrots. So here we are finally playing the game, and controls are as follows. Use the left analog stick to move, or D-pad if you prefer to use D-pad. X to jump, square to kick, circle to sneak, L1 to roll, and yeah, the rest will be told to us by Merlin. As you can see, this first tutorial is to say, oh, there's a sparkling object up there. We need to get up there. How do we get up there? We have to climb on this rope. Now we need to be careful, because Bugs can't swim. Not in this game. In fact, I don't think he can swim in any game. So, let's just grab this. There we go. So if you want to grab a rope or chain in this case, then you just you just jump and grab it. Carrots, as you can see here, they will represent as a number, but if you get hit, they will also represent health. More on that later. That's what we've got here.
While you're running, try the roll action. It can be used as...
Oh, yeah. So, okay, so this one is to explain that you will encounter enemies on your trip. So if you press L1, you will roll into the enemy.
Jump or kick action to defeat some enemy.
Yeah. So another way you can attack enemies is by jumping on their head. Just press X and then press square.
Psst. If you can't hurt an...
And then in this case, you have to keep running, I believe, until he gets tired. And then hit him. There we go. That's just sort of explaining how to deal with enemies. Now, I would be able to do all these puzzles normally, but since we're a tutorial, we're kind of required to listen to all the tutorial stuff, but I'm much better at explaining. I'm hoping I didn't have to watch that all the way through. I'm just going to let this go all the way through.
They can be used as a step to reach a too-high ground or object.
Okay, as soon as the golden carrot appears, then I'm like skipping. Okay. So in this one, we have to push this block all the way to this giant stump, I guess. And when you're carrying a block, oh, I forgot to mention, if you press the R1 button, you can pick up objects, or it's also generally known as the action button. Alright. I might not even need that little block down there. I may just... Whoa. Whoa. There we go. Another golden carrot. And another regular carrot. So to be honest, in my opinion, Bugs seems to control fairly well. He glides as he moves.
You can use object.
So yeah, press the R1 button to pick up objects, and sometimes certain objects that you pick up will have a time limit, as you can see on the bottom left. Once the time limit runs out, you lose the objects, and you've got to pick it up again.
Bounce on some enemies to reach inaccessible objects.
If you're seeing that if you think that the game is like glitching out slightly, that's because of the disc that I have. It's a little scratched. I've tried giving it a clean, but I don't think it's going to do much. And you're just probably going to have to deal with the little glitchiness that happens on the ground there. The game's nearly 18 years old, so, and it's a PS1 game, so you kind of must expect that the game itself is bound to glitch. So anyway, in this case, we can use throwable objects to hit enemies. Right, what else? Oh, hello.
To land on explosive objects like TNT.
Oh yeah, I remember this. For this, you've got to learn how to sneak. If you actually hold the sneaking button in the air, you actually perform a helicopter glide move. But it's not as maneuverable as in the sequel game, which is Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters, which is the sequel. In my opinion, that's slightly better, like, controllable in that game, if that makes any sense, because one improvement that that game has over this game is when you glide like this, you can move while gliding in that game, but in this, you're stationary when you're gliding. Anyway, moving on.
To avoid awakening someone, use the sneak action. It can also be used on fragile...
Yep, so this one's just explaining that you have to sneak over wooden planks, because they're liable to break if you just run. And sneaking can also allow you to sneak behind enemies and whack and get the golden carrot. And now the final one will showcase the final ability that Bugs Bunny can do. Bugs Bunny is a rabbit, after all, so he can burrow underground. when you see holes like this, you're able to burrow underground. And don't worry, there's no like limit or meter for how long you can be underground. You can be underground for as long as you want. When you want to get out though, you have to find the burrow, either another burrow like this, or the same burrow that you tunneled into in order to get out and walk on dry land. And that's pretty much it in terms of controls and everything. That's like the very bare basics that every player kind of needs to know when playing this game. And yeah, I skipped over the tutorials because I felt like explaining everything.
Pick this one up to start your quest. It opens the Stone Age era. Get in and there choose one of the opened entrances. Visit all of them and get back all the hidden clocks they contain.
So these are the main collectibles.
Great.
Clocks.
Thanks, Moyle. Anything else?
Yes. Of course, picking up carrots will raise up your energy. That's it for now. We'll probably meet again somewhere in time. Time traveling is one of my favorite hobbies. I'll teach more later, time traveler. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
So yeah, so now we have our main objective of the game. Collect
Collecting
clocks.
symbols. Well, why not? After all, they laughed at the man when he discovered the penicillin.
So we're pretty much done here in Nowhere. Now, another thing that we need to talk about is these. These are checkpoints, but can also act as... if I can do it.
Hello, travel hair.
These can also act as save points. If you ever want to save your game, you just find these little caps and there you go, save.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye,
Quite
Moyle.
helpful if you ever want to, like, stop playing. And this is our time machine. Let's use it. Okay, so now to explain this. This is the error selector. On this screen, you are able to choose where you want to go in terms of progression of the game. Now, the place that we went to, Nowhere, is now unselectable now. In order to even go back there, you need to collect 120 clocks. The only area we can go to now is the Stone Age, but we also have one which requires 30, one which requires 5, one which requires 15, and one which requires 40, and then the 121 which requires every single one. But for now we can only access Stone Age, so let's go. And here we are in the Stone Age, and our one of the main hubs. So when you go into all of these areas, you are taken to a sort of level hub. And in these level hubs, you can see all the other levels that are featured in this particular era. It's usually like 4 or 5 levels in each era, and the ones which are covered up like this means that you are required to collect a certain number of clocks or golden carrots in order to unlock them. So for right now, the only one that we can actually go into is Wabbit on the Run. But that is for next time. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this introductory episode of Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. I hope you'll enjoy this new Let's Play that I am doing as a sort of welcome back to doing videos again. Please do comment, like, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and join me next time where we will tackle the first level in the Stone Age. Thank you, and goodbye.